Welcome back, everybody, to AltCoin Daily. My name is Aaron. Decentralized finance is a once-in-a-decade investment opportunity. That's according to one prominent analyst. He compares it to Bitcoin pre-2013, Ethereum pre-2015. Decentralized finance pre-2021 is a once-in-a-decade opportunity, in his opinion. In today's video, we're going to talk about this. I also want to go over recent news. The IRS is paying people to break in to Monero and Lightning. If you think you can do it, I'm going to tell you all about how you can try. The IRS is opening it up to anybody. I want to talk about the amount of Bitcoin getting locked in DeFi has 20x'd this week. Sushi Swap founder gives the money back, leading the community to ask the question, who is Chef Nomi? Really? Is he an exit scammer, a remorseful developer, an accomplished marketer? I can't keep up anymore. Guys, it's going to be a great video today. Make sure you like the video, support the channel, and subscribe. And let me know if you are our 250,000th subscriber. Let's get into it. This is the reality, guys. The DeFi dip is getting bought. Almost 8 billion locked in DeFi, almost at all-time highs. From an investment point of view, this is the former product developer at Messari. He's an expert trader. From an investment point of view, Bitcoin pre-2013, ETH pre-2015 were once-in-a-lifetime asymmetrical bets. Well, it'd be nice to know what a future asymmetrical bet is. I think that Bitcoin is an asymmetrical bet, but what else? What else has gotten people developing and interested? DeFi pre-2021 is a once-in-a-decade opportunity, in my opinion, until proven wrong. If you've witnessed the first two, don't miss the latter. And yes, there's a lot of crap over the past 2 months, but don't let that distract you. There's going to be crap, obviously. Let's get into this because I liked what Cointelegraph reported on this story. So what Kuai Wang is saying is marketably different compared to what the founder of Messari, Ryan Selkis, who earlier today asserted that DeFi is a bubble that is destined to pop soon. He attributed this to a surge in Ponzi economics, rug pulls, and yield hopping, adding that high gas fees are reducing the opportunity for profits for regular DeFi users. Comparing DeFi to the multi-trillion-dollar world of banking and traditional finance shows that it has a lot of room to grow. And even compared to the crypto market as a whole, DeFi is still just a blip, with a market cap for the leading 37 DeFi tokens representing just 6.7 billion, or just 2% of the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies, according to Messari. And if you wanted to check out the leading DeFi cryptocurrencies, which so many people are locking up their money in, you can always head over to DeFi Pulse and see those coins. Now, many DeFi proponents believe that the entire sector can continue to thrive simply by drawing investors away from the multi-billion-dollar ghost chains, layer 1 blockchains that were popular during the 2017 ICO boom, that have failed to attract users but are still worth exponentially more than DeFi. Google payments engineer Tyler Reynolds today specifically cited XRP, Bcash, Bitcoin SV, EOS, Cardano, and Stellar as projects that have multi-billion-dollar market caps that, in his opinion, aren't worth as much as what we're seeing people put money in. It's a stark contrast to Yearn Finance's YFI, which only is worth about 670 million. So, in his opinion, some of these legacy POS coins that are not Bitcoin, some of these 2017 gems, are still worth too much compared to the new hotness. So if you've ever thought about the question, well, what's going to have the biggest gains, old altcoins or new altcoins? It seems like new altcoins are looking better than old. And I guess this just, speaks to that. Maybe you don't want to be holding bags. Maybe you want to get in and out of altcoins because there is a lot of crap over the past 2 months, but don't get distracted by these. Instead, he suggested experimenting with some of the better DeFi products to get a sense of how the fledgling financial ecosystem enables fundamentally new and interesting user behaviors. He also admitted that the current yield farming craze could actually be a bubble, but said it did not matter in the long run. It's actually possible to simultaneously believe that most of the yield farming is a zero-sum bubble destined to pop, and that DeFi is the future of finance. So again, this is a high-risk, high-reward, high-loss industry. Many projects are crap. According to many people, there are going to be some gems in the rough, and DeFi as a whole does have value, but the market is obviously still working that out. Now, as you can see here, most of the money is on Ethereum's blockchain. Even wrapped Bitcoin is on Ethereum. The only thing that's not is the Lightning Network. Now I'm going to compare the amount of Bitcoin locked in DeFi compared to the amount of Bitcoin locked in the Lightning Network in just a minute. Before we get to that, let's talk about this. The IRS is now offering over $500,000 bounty to anybody who can break into Monero or the Lightning Network. The official proposal published last week says the IRS will accept submissions in the form of working prototypes until September 16th. You only have less than a week. If accepted, applications will receive an initial payment of $500,000. So get in your applications and you can get a grant of $500,000. This grant will allow applications to develop their prototype into a working concept over the next 8 months. Once the pilot test is completed and approved by the government, a further $125,000 grant will be rewarded. The announcement defines the initiative's primary objective as helping IRS criminal investigation or CI special agents to trace transactions, including identifying wallet transaction, date and times, and amount transferred. The agency hopes to use the tool to predict the future transactions of flagged addresses. Thought crime. So this is a pretty scary future. Then again, I want my cryptocurrencies or crypto protocols to be tried and tested. You better hope that the IRS can't crack this if you believe in the Lightning Network or you believe in Monero. But we will see. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to stay up to date. Before we get into this other crazy chapter of the Sushi story, Chef Nomi returned the money that he took. Before we get into that, let's briefly talk about the Bitcoin locked in DeFi has increased by 20x versus the entire Lightning Network. DeFi users have injected more than 20,000 Bitcoin into DeFi products in the last week, suggesting the DeFi bull run is not over. I mean, the point is, I think the DeFi revolution is going to continue because we're not seeing any slowdown in people actually doing this stuff. Anyway, let's move on. Talking about the crazy things happening in DeFi lately, another chapter to this crazy story, Sushi DeFi. From Chef Nomi himself, I have returned all of the 14 million worth of Ethereum back to the treasury, and I will let the community decide how much I deserve as the original creator of Sushi Swap. So what do you guys think about this story? Do you like him? Or should he go to jail and doesn't deserve any pity? Well, let's talk about this. Sushi Swap creator Chef Nomi has returned all 14 million in Ethereum that he sold last week, apologizing to the automated market maker community for suddenly liquidating his holdings. Now, if you don't remember, the Sushi Swap creator sold a token last week, prompting a 73% crash in the price of the Sushi token, creating a massive backlash from the project's supporters and accusations of an exit scam. This ultimately led to Nomi transferring ownership of the project to FTX CEO Sam Fried. Following the news that he returned the money, the 14 million Ether had been returned, the price of Sushi soared from 226 to 270. Would you call that soaring, or would you just call that a 16% increase? Sushi Swap is a massively popular fork of the DeFi project Uniswap that is still less than 3 weeks old. So crazy things happening. And now I ask you, who is Chef Nomi really? An exit scammer got caught, a remorseful developer, an accomplished marketer? I can't keep up anymore, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Or is he your dad? Let me know if he has disappointed you like your father, Mr. Forex. And that is it for me today, my friends. That is the news. Bitcoin is still at $10,000, looking good For those of you wondering, if you ever worry about who is going to pay $10,000 or $50,000 for one Bitcoin, just remember that Warren Buffett bought Apple stock after 7x in 7 years, right before it did a 3.5x in 4 years. So the point is, even if maybe you'd say smart money got in down here, guess what? If it has a future, money's going to continue getting in. And that's how I think of Bitcoin. See you guys tomorrow.